quick little video for you guys today. Just wanted to go over a portfolio recap of this week, talk a little bit about what happened to stocks this week, what happened in the market. Without further ado, let's get started. So, this week, AI stocks were getting quite hammered. We saw a lot of downward movement throughout a lot of the sectors. There was a slight bounce on Friday today, but they're mostly still down. Quarterlies have started, and some notable people that reported were Meta, Amazon, a few other big companies, but could talk a little bit about that in another video. But I did buy a new stock this week as well as added to some positions. So this is a little screenshot that I took once the market closed. You can see my new position right over here, Netflix stock. It's a brand new stock I bought this week. Talk about that in the next slide. But if you look at the portfolio, we are still off all-time highs, which is around $30,000, currently sitting at around 28,600. But I think that next month in August, we are definitely going to blow through that high, mainly because of this one stock right here, AMD. I think that from earnings, they're going to post a triple beat with insane guidance that nobody's really expecting, which is going to absolutely blow all expectations out of the water from Wall Street. I think that's going to send the stock up tremendously, and then all of the analysts are going to have to raise their price targets, which is also just going to compound on top of that and really explode the stock higher. If it was up to me, I think the stock closes at around 700, maybe a bit above on the last day of August. It could be higher, but personally, I'm not placing any short-term bets as I already have majority of my portfolio in AMD, but that's what I think is going to happen. On to the new stock that I bought this week, Netflix. It has a 23 times PE ratio, and some good things that are going for it is they are currently expanding their monetization through ad-supported tiers, which is just going to be another level for this business to rake in loads of money. Currently, they are bringing in a lot of money, and they're improving their free cash flow very, very nicely, and this is going to continue to improve over the next coming quarters. And the company is really just now starting to make crazy amounts of money. Before, if you look at them from like a year or two ago, they were a bit in a messy situation, some debt, some other bad stuff, but basically everything's all sorted out now. Company is going to start posting better and better earnings. They also got 2.8 billion from the Warner Bros. Deal termination, which is basically 2.8 billion of free money that they got from nothing. They avoided taking a huge amount of debt if they did buy this deal. If they bought this deal, I probably would not have bought the stock because it would have costed way too much for what they're getting, and they would have been paying off the debt for years and years to come. It would have messed up their whole balance sheet, and it would have just been a very messy situation. But they didn't, so the stock is very clean right now. In fact, a lot of stocks in the market right now are not that clean. You look at big tech, they got spending problems. Lots of stocks have spending problems, and even the companies that are raking in the money from the spend, the AI companies, the AMD, the Nvidia, the Microns, the memory stocks, all of those companies are going to have their profits really start to decrease in the next 2, 3 years once the AI capex starts to slow down. It's just a matter of when. But still, the companies that are paying that big amount are really having some big issues, and everything is messy. Just Netflix is a very clean stock. It's not going to be super high growth. It's not going to do anything crazy, but it's a nice clean stock, a nice value stock. And they also forced their competitor, Paramount, to play a lot more for the deal. So they upped the price, got a bunch of money for it. Very nice move from management. I do also like their management, and I bought into the stock this week. I put in 1,800. We are up a nice $18 on the stock, but I'd like to build this position maybe a bit more into like the low 2000s. But yeah, positions added this week, Netflix obviously, and also I added some SoFi with their earnings. I really enjoyed the SoFi earnings, triple beat. Just people are a little bit scared right now of the Fed, the war, everything else, but it closed today at 16.31. This is a steal deal right here. Stock should probably be $22 to $25 today And whenever the situation gets better, it's probably shooting up to 30 plus. So I really like SoFi here. I do have a larger position in it, and I am down 14%, but I wouldn't mind adding a bit more as well. And some stocks I'm looking to add or buy. Obviously, more SoFi and Netflix, as I said. I wouldn't also mind adding some more ServiceNow. Very nice company. I like their earnings. It did shoot up a bit. I'm up 14% on the stock. Wouldn't mind adding a few extra $100 into there. And lastly, Meta. I just wanted to touch on this. I do plan on buying Meta. It's just not now. I think the stock will probably just trend downwards for the next couple months because I think their spend and the whole situation is just really shaky. The company is going to have a lot of charges they're going to have to pay, whether that's legal fees or charges for new AI capex spend and this and that. It's just a whole messy situation. Zuckerberg is not seeing any return on the investment for Meta, which is why a company like Amazon gets a pass on their earnings, but Meta doesn't because Meta isn't seeing the return on investment for AI, but Amazon is. So I do like the company. But just right now, they're going through a shaky time. I think it's going to continue on till maybe like a couple months from now, probably end of year. But basically, when the stock goes around 300 to 400, that's when I'll look to step in and add a position. And the last thing I wanted to tell you guys was just focus on the long term. There's a lot that's going to be going on in the market. A lot of drama, this and that, Fed, blah, blah, earnings, but just find good companies at good valuations and just buy them. The market's giving you a gift. Enjoy it. Thank you guys for watching so much. I want you guys to leave me in the comments down below any stocks that you guys are thinking about buying, and I will research them and make a video on them for next time. Thank you guys. Have a great day.